Welcome. Thank you for joining today. My name is Melissa, and I'm here to lead you through chair yoga. We will practice for 30 minutes today. Just a reminder to listen to your body. If a particular stretch does not work for you, please skip it, come on out, and modify. Things that you'll need for your class today is you'll want to have a chair that you can sit in, something that you feel comfortable in. If your chair has wheels, you may want to put them in the lock position just so you're not sliding around too much. And as we work through our class today, I was thinking about doing a full body stretch so we can work on hitting all of those areas in the body that tend to get a little cranky through the workday. This class will be really great for relaxing, building a little bit of strength, getting a little bit more flexible, but most importantly, just calming the mind and calming the body, giving yourself a little time to practice some self-care. So as we get started, we are going to scoot to the edge of your seat, giving you an opportunity to elongate your spine. And let's just release the shoulders here. So we'll take our shoulders up to the ears. We'll create a nice large circle and then relax your shoulders as you exhale. Take a breath in and draw the shoulders up, back, and down. And one more time, let's inhale and exhale. Now, as your shoulders relax, just feeling the eyes closing here. And just drop into a bit of a time to center, to relax, to ground. So just feeling your feet grounded and planted on the mat. Feel your heels in line with your knees in line with your hips. And feel that the shoulders are over the hips. So we just don't want to be leaning forward or back too much. Let your core engage. So we'll feel a little sensation of tucking the tailbone. Feel the navel move back and up to the spine slightly. And then creating this long line that flows through the spine. So lengthening the back of the neck. Reaching and stretching through the crown of the head. And then feel yourself connect with your breath, the rise and the fall of the breath. And then lengthening as you inhale and lengthening as you exhale. And then maybe encouraging the exhale to be a little bit longer than the inhale. Let's take a moment to breathe into the stomach, to bring awareness to the stomach. Feel your navel rise in the in-breath. And then fall on the out-breath. Breathe into the stomach. Carry the breath into the ribs. On the inhalation, feel the ribs expanding with breath. So we expand through the front body, the back body, right side, and left side of the body. And then on the exhale, feel the ribs gently flow in towards one another. So we'll feel our front ribs, back ribs coming in, left side, right side ribs moving in towards one another. And then let's breathe so deeply to our stomach, our ribs, and our chest. So as you inhale, feel your chest rising on the in-breath and then falling on the out-breath. Knowing each time that you breathe, you bring life and oxygen to all of the cells throughout your body. Take a moment to set an intention for your practice today. And that intention could be anything. It might be that you want to relax a little bit. Maybe you want to give yourself this opportunity to practice some self-care and some self-love. So there's really no right and there's no wrong intention for practice. Let's take a moment to come on up to standing. We'll do some standing stretches to start. And as we come on up to stand today, let's use our chair. So what you'll want to do is be able to access the seat of your chair. So as we begin, we'll just take an opportunity to square yourself to the chair. You'll have your feet in line with your hips. Have your toes pointing straight forward too. We don't want our toes turning out or in. Just have this nice alignment of toes and knees in line. Bring your hands to the sky. Nice full breath in. Come on down to a fold as you exhale. So as you come down, you're going to take your hands right down onto the seat. And we are going to shake out the legs a little bit here. So it may feel nice to bend one knee, to bend the other knee. Maybe relax your head yes, and relax your head no. Now, as you're moving here, this is a really great movement for getting into the backs of the legs. I know the hamstrings can get really tight from sitting through the day, especially if you work out, if you do things like running, the hamstrings just naturally want to tighten up a bit. And the nice thing is with holding onto the chair is that it just makes it a bit gentler. Sometimes it can be challenging to reach down to the ground. So this is a really nice way to support your body. Now, as you come into stillness here, walk your hands to the right. So we'll bring ourselves into a bit of a side stretch. And then try to get nice and grounded into the feet, inside and outside of each foot. And let's bring ourselves back to center. We'll take our hands to the other side. Reaching and stretching through the waist, lengthening through the side body and through the arm and through the fingertips. We'll come back to center to a fold. Now bend into the knees. Take a moment to lower your stomach down, lift up through the heart space. We're going to work with a bit of a back bend here. And then do a little rounding of the spine. So we'll do a nice forward fold. And we're just going to flow into our back bend. And then we're going to flow into the rounding of the back. And this takes us into a cat and a dog stretch. Try to lengthen your spine as you inhale. Lengthen your spine as you exhale. As you inhale, let your shoulders relax from your ears. We'll create a little bit of space between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. And then on the exhale, really rounding through the back body. So imagining creating space between the shoulder blades. Let's come into a neutral spine here. And we're going to try for a twist. So we'll begin to bend into our right knee, a little bit of a deep bend here. Your heel can lift up or you can have it planted down. Let's take our right hand down, left hand open, trying for a twist. Now, this is a wonderful twist. And when we work with this variation, we also get a really nice IT band stretch on that left side. So just breathe into that nice twist, IT band stretch. So good for getting into the waist, into the side of the body. And we're going to come back to center. Let's keep our legs just how they are. And we'll try for a closed twist. This one might be a little bit more challenging. So we'll take our left hand down. We'll take our right hand up. And then as you're twisting here, let's try to lengthen the spine as you inhale. Let your twist deepen as you exhale. And then float yourself back to center. We'll realign here. Left knee will bend. Left hand will plant. And let's take that right hand up. So we'll come back to our open twist. A little easier twist on this one. Try to roll your right shoulder back, left shoulder under, and just trying to feel that the heart is shining up to the sky. We'll come back to center, realigning here. We'll change up the hands. So let's have that nice deep bend in our left knee. Our right hand plants, and then our left hand rises on the exhale. Now imagine that you could stack and open through the shoulders. So we try to feel that our shoulders in line, and we'll try to feel that our wrists are in one line. Let's begin to bring ourselves back to center into a fold. And let's take our right foot back. We're going to take a nice big step back. will bring us into a runner's lunge. And let's begin to bend and straighten the front leg. So definitely be mindful of yourself depending on what kind of shoes you have on. So if you have heels, this might not work for you. So what you would do is either take a much shorter stance, maybe be here and have a very short little stance. So you're still going to get a good stretch. Or if it's easy, maybe you just kind of kick the shoes off too. And that's always an option. So this flow is really nice. This one's going to get into our calves and our hamstrings. And it's also really good for our low back as well. Nice little flow here in a runner's lunge. Straighten your left leg. Let yourself fold over for a moment. So we'll just try to feel our spine relaxing. Try to feel your head relaxing. And then keeping your legs straight, let's try for a twist. So this will be a straight leg twist. Left hand rises as you exhale. And as you're twisting here, see if you can roll your left shoulder back a little bit. See if you can roll the right shoulder under slightly. See if you can feel that the heart is moving to the sky. We're going to come back on down. Let's take our right foot to meet our left foot. And left foot's going to take a step back, and that's going to bring us into that runner's lunge. And we'll begin to bend and straighten the front leg. It's going to flow a little bit here. For alignment purposes, make sure that your right knee and your right ankle are in the same line. We don't want our knee to be moving too far forward past the ankle. And if that's happening, you can just bring a bit more distance between your front foot and your back foot. Let's begin to straighten out the front leg, and we're just going to fold ourselves over. So we're going to come to a runner's stretch, letting the spine relax, letting your head and your neck relax and release. Let's begin to take that right hand to the sky. When you're ready, we'll find our way into a straight leg twist. And then as you're twisting here on the in-breath, feel your spine lengthen. On your out-breath, allow for the twist to deepen. Let's begin to float the hand down. We're going to do a little reset back. Let's take our left foot to meet our right foot and that forward fold. We can lower the stomach down, lift up through the heart, and we'll do a little round of the back to come on up to stand. Breathe in. Hands at the heart, breathing out. Now let's take a moment to come to the other side of the chair. So we're just going to circle around. Hands are going to be right on the top of the chair, and we're going to try for a variation of a down dog, and it's kind of like a forward fold as well. So it's a really nice stretch. So just have our hands right on the top of the chair. We're going to walk our feet back a little bit, and we're just going to let ourselves sink and soften here. So in this one, try to bring the weight back into your heels. Let your toes be a little bit lighter, just to feeling like your toes could lift from the mat. Try to draw the weight back into your heels. Feel the lightness in the hands. Breathe into the stretch through your spine, through the sides of your body. Breathe in and breathe out. And then we're going to walk on out of this one. So just feet can walk into your chair. As you come up to stand, let's try for a shoulder roll here. Take your shoulders up, back, and down. Let's take our hands up and overhead. Fingers will interlock, palms will press up. We'll take a nice full breath here to lengthen. Let's bring our hands to the right as you breathe out. Try to feel your left hip pressing to the left, and just see if that helps you move a little bit deeper into that side stretch. We'll come back on through to center. Let's take a nice full breath here to lengthen. Hands to the other side. And really reaching and stretching through the waist, lengthen through the side body, through the arm, and through the finger. Let's come back to center. We'll gently release the hands. Let's try for a yoga mudra here. So behind your body, fingers will interlock. Either take your palms to touch. If that feels very challenging, maybe just try to square off the wrists a little bit. Imagine that you could squeeze a marble in between the shoulder blades. You can stay up standing straight if you'd like, and option to fold forward if you'd like as well. Now, as you're folding forward, maybe let your arms run along your back, and you can also release your arms away from your back body. Maybe look to your navel, try to relax your head. Just letting go of tension with each exhale. Let's bring our hands onto our low back. Hands are gonna float down towards the ground. And then grounding into your feet, let's roll on up. We'll come to standing. Take a nice full breath in, take your shoulders up, back, and down. Let's work a bit with our balance. And the nice thing with having your chair is that you can have your hand on there so that you have a little bit of support if you need it. Right leg will come out to start. Toes can be on the ground. Maybe lift your leg on up for a 90-degree angle. Right arm comes on up into a half T with soft wrist, elbow, and shoulder. And then maybe that left arm meets it. This one's called crane pose, Balikakasana. Try to get very grounded in your left foot. Press through the inside and the outside. Notice your body's natural tendency. If you tend to roll in, maybe tend to roll to the outside of your foot. And we'll release. Hands come down, foot resets. Feel free to grab that chair, send it to the other side of you if you need it. Left leg rises. One arm, both rise up when you're ready. Try to get grounded in that right foot. And also find your drishti. Find that one spot to focus your concentration, to focus your awareness. And once you find that spot, not letting the eye shift at all. Let's release that one down. Hands relax, feet relax. Shake it out a little bit. Shake out those wrists. Shake out your legs. And let's try another balance. And for this one, we're going to use our chair. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to be able to access the seat. You're going to come on forward into a fold. Hands will come onto the seat. And right leg's going to take a float back when you're ready. And roll your right hip down a little bit. Try to create this nice evenness in your low back. Create this long line of energy that flows from your right heel to the crown of the head. Gazing down towards the ground or to the seat of the chair, just to really find length in the back of the neck. Right foot to left foot floats back. And then really trying to zip the core up on this one. Feel your tailbone tuck. Feel the navel move back and up to the spine slightly. And then creating that long line. Imagining if you saw yourself from the side, you'd create a capital T shape in your body. So this long line from your right heel to your right hip, and then long line from your left heel to the crown of the head. Let's begin to bring our left foot to meet our right foot. We're going to come on down to a forward fold. Lower your stomach down, lift up through your heart, and we'll come it up to stand, breathing in. Hands at the heart as you exhale. Let's take a moment to work with a mini sun salutation A. It's a really nice opportunity to kind of flow with the breath. So we'll take a nice inhale, bring your hands to the sky, engage your core, fold yourself down to the chair. Let's lower the stomach. We're going to lift up through the heart. Little rounding of the spine. Let's come on up to stand, full breath in, sweep your hands on up. Hands at your heart as you exhale. Hands to the sky, inhale. Come on down to a fold, exhale. Let's lower the stomach down, lifting up through the heart. A little bit of a rounding through the spine. Let's come on up to stand, breathing in. Hands at the heart, breathing out. One more, inhale, hands up. Exhale, come on down to fold. Lower your stomach, lifting up through the heart, rounding through the spine, grounding into your feet. Let's rise on up. And hands at the heart as you exhale. Let's take a moment. We're going to come back into a comfortable seated position. And let's take an opportunity to work a bit with our legs. I know when I'm sitting a lot through the day, my legs get very fatigued and a bit antsy. So we'll start with our right leg, bringing it out in front, point, and flex your foot. Now, as you're doing this, try to feel that your spine is straight. We don't want to be rounding our spine too much here. And then let's take a moment to pause. We'll begin to point the foot. Breathing into the stretch for the top of your foot. You might get a nice stretch into your calf and into your hamstring. We are going to flex the foot. Now circle, find a bit of movement here. And reverse. And let's take our right leg up and over, and we'll work with figure 4 stretch. So for this one, you may want to scoot towards the edge of your seat. That will just help you to move a little deeper into the stretch. Now, as we come into this one, if this is a bit too much for you, please skip it. We'll be in the next pose soon enough. But we'll try to flex our foot and we'll try to encourage this knee down a little bit. Now, sitting up with your spine straight. If you would like, come on down to a fold as you exhale. And then as you're folding here, allow for your eyes to close. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your jaw. Try to let go of tension through the shoulders, through the arms, through the hands. Relax the upper, mid, and low back. Relax your legs. Relax your feet. Let's come on up to a neutral spine. We'll bring our hands to the sky. Inhale. Hands to the right. Exhale. We'll take a twist. Seated spinal twist. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Now, as you're twisting, let's try to breathe into the twist for the stomach, the ribs, and the chest. And then releasing from the chest, the ribs, the stomach. Coming back to center, let's bring our hands on up. Full breath in, hands off towards the left. And then we'll breathe into our back body twist. So we're going to breathe into our low back, mid back, and upper back. And then releasing from the upper, mid, and low back. We'll come back to center, gently realign here, hands to the sky, inhale, hands at the heart, and exhale. Let's bring our feet out nice and wide, and we'll do a little windshield wipe of the knees to the left and to the right. So feel free to grab onto your chair. Sometimes scooting towards the edge of this chair as best as you can make this one a little easier. Come back to center, get nice and comfy in your chair, maybe sit all the way back so that your back is supported. Left leg will come out and we'll begin to point and flex the foot. And then as you're doing this, really engage the core. Feel that sensation of tucking your tailbone. Feel your navel move back and up to the spine a little bit. Take a moment to pause. We'll begin to point your foot. Breathing into the stretch for the top of the foot. And flex your foot. Press out through the heel and the back of the knee. and circle. Maybe find large circles and maybe find smaller circles here. And reverse. And let's take our left leg up and over. We'll find figure 4 here. And scooting towards the edge of your seat, let's take that opportunity here to flex your foot. Encourage this knee down. And we'll be here for a moment so you can sit with the spine straight and maybe fold forward as you exhale. And then as you're folding forward here, just connect with your body. Notice where you feel the stretch, what that feels like. Breathe into that. Maybe feeling the stretch through the hips, maybe through the legs, maybe through the low back, maybe through the back of the neck as you let your head relax and you let your head release. Let's come back on through to center. We'll realign our spine, hands to the sky, breathe in, hands to the left, breathe out. See if you can relax your shoulders away from your ears. See if you can find a bit of space between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. Coming back to center, we'll realign, hands up, hands to the right, breathe out. And release. Let's come back to center, hands to the sky, inhale, hands at the heart, breathe out. Let's bring our left foot down, take our feet out nice and wide, little windshield wipe to the left and to the right. Coming back to center, let's realign here, maybe scooting to the edge of your seat to elongate the spine. Let's take a nice full breath in, hands reach and stretch up, hands at the heart as you exhale. Thank you so much for joining today. It's a pleasure to be here with you to guide you through chair yoga. I hope that you have a fantastic day today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.